So my guitarist friend Courage and I would play this game. I'd say something that sounds like January Gray, and he'd strum chords and rhythms that rang wet and tired, inspired thoughts of two naked maples theorizing about the afterlife of a leaf. And I'd say, play the crack addict, and he's a blues of broken street haggle and hopscotch walk of shame on every corner, and I'm all, damn, how do you do that? Now, show me the best day of your life. It's the slow, sweet news of our mother beating cancer. I mean, really winning. So much victory in the air, you forget death still lingers, a pollution of her portrait in the future. None of that fear is here then, but it's too much joy high on the brink of altar. So I plead, play a land with no man's name on it. And for half a second, I swear I dare him to just go silent. But he's a wink right back at me in a melody of the days before, steel bruises in the long list of diseases, of the original holy water as impure, feet meeting the earth in salutation, kissing breath with grace from trees who can live long and protect your children too, rather than be chopped and quartered to rot away with you. He's all that but nameless and beyond words, just song, ringing against wood, vibration, fingers and strings, the use of universal noises to nurture a voice in your head. I could feel him speaking in a language that demanded faith and passion to understand it, but I wanted the raw, brutal moan of this instrument, so I said, play while you play. And he put his guitar down with the resounding echo of all 6 open notes and hugged me, and better than saying it, he made me think this. Love sounds like whatever you need it to, whatever soothes the night's whining, quiet, lonely.
For me, you got a question for me, like why? I've only got one answer for you, got one answer for you, and life is life, keep it alive. So you got more questions for me, got more questions for me, like what is it, what I've only got one answer for you, got one answer for you, it's love.
My good friend Power served in the army, a truck driver and a gunner moving supplies from Iraq to Kuwait in the days we believed the place to be stable enough to no longer need our mechanics, our machine guns, our armor to help weld together the foundation for some semblance of peace. He brought back souvenirs, a gold-plated piece of Saddam's toilet and the blood-soaked sand of insomnia. The latter was the parting gift of 2 jackals firing on his convoy from a dune below the road. He describes the first shots by his ear as having made a statue of him, with the next instant as a chorus of his family waiting at home, the self-defending certainty of his you or me buddy, hoisted his saw and blasted the rebellion of night into a silence that scars his ears with a flashback with a hammer, feeling forced by fear of the reaper to shatter something he had trouble calling enemy after its cold heart ceased fire. He brought back the withered flower of someone's stolen brothers, perhaps husbands, definitely sons, possibly fathers, did not want to, but kept large portions of them with him, tried to wash down the aftertaste of their blood with vodka and drugs. I remember following deep into the darkness, at the same time my own lily crushed in a palm of shame, so we'd lose where we were in a McDonald's parking lot to a bag of poison, cut the strobe light in the kitchen, sudden flashes like gunshots to a soldier tripping, then fit the entire party into the bathroom to watch fists swim circles round the ceiling. The entire ride back to Powers as someone else driving my car, me shotgun him, backseat braced for IEDs, PTSD of 2 comrades screaming inferno, should have been me, not you buddy. Every window and rear view mirror is red and blue panic, and we are both hiding from someone waiting for vengeance, a cruel silhouette who always looks like us, and the whole time I'm whispering, because when I get too loud I get scared, I can't hear him breathing, it gets too hard to hold him but he does it well, I can feel his insides tensing, forming crimson desert to midnight pearl. I don't know yet, this shadow could kill him, I won't know till my coming loss wakes me to what we've been doing. Those who fight for their country know that you leave the war and come back to a different battle. Now, but not out loud, one must account for the bullets, the bombs, the seeing things, and not being able to get all the love and mercy left over in you to make it stop. Suicide starts to look like anesthetic. You are not making a statement, but refusing to speak, because no matter which way you move your voice or person, there is no making sense of this conflict, placing guns like tongues in your cheeks. He tells me everyone always expects him to be power, to be the strong, unbreakable boy. He's helped them to believe he always will be, and with with both our fists gripped in armistice. He tells me he's been thinking of writing farewell love letters to the world, to choosing the exact page his story trails off on. I tell him his time to go is not here yet. Assure it to him like a prophecy, confirm him of the greatness waiting to bloom from his pupils. The rest of what his friends will say to save him after this he'll hardly remember. Just the tenderness of touch and golden shared silences, slowly picking sand and glass from his stomach, stitching up the tears and all that is intangible. To the day he is home is a welcome mat he won't soil with muddy boots. To the love he is blessed to hold in two pulsing palms, does not feel he has cheated someone out of breaths, till he can finally let go of all the horrors he in a blood-stained desert left. If there is no way to recover the things forever lost, then there is this, and there is this, and there is this. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. It's so great to see all of you. Such amazing faces, all my best friends, family, closest to my heart. You guys are amazing. In her father's land, they plant bombs, as it rains sand and angry prayers sent west. Her country, an hourglass of deformed snow globes, trickle of broken roads, every family, a house with pillars missing. The night tricks silence into sweat, beads ticking red as she purses her lips to quit shivering in the urge. Say something dangerous. In most of Afghanistan today, it is considered shameful for a woman to write poetry. She dares barely even speak for fear the words that usher her forth will too much resemble scarred mirrors reminder of the dark cage of her village. Take Zarmina, who at 16 braved the question, why am I not in a world where people can feel what I am feeling and hear my voice? Instead, she has been silent to the will of beards in white robes, their eyes bloody waterfalls frozen black, lips glued to all the lovelessness of law, their kids wrapped in script and guarded by steel, lest they slip into the violence of infidelity's abyss. Between all this, her tongue trembles like magnet, like she imagines Mecca does when children pray love in any direction. But here, men are molded to become makeshift earthquakes. Here, her tongue cannot unloose the shrapnel from her brothers' bodies, cannot make the stones in her father's hands feel suddenly too heavy. When they find her voice whispering to parchment beneath her mattress, they turn her words to firewood and avalanche their fists to color her body the dark blue dishonor she has brought to her family. I'm in a society where love is a crime. Why are we enemies of love? The last of her muse chokes like ash in her mouth. She perfumes herself in kerosene. Imagine setting the entire desert on fire, every desert on fire. Her jaws open cold like Russia's orphaned Kalashnikovs. The men's ears still ringing. The world is trembling, the match in her hand. She is sweeping up the landmines, melting box cutters, Last Supper airplane pilots, sending American boys home for Christmas, disintegrating the veil, unloosing the nails in the prophets, dyeing their blood and painting over your scars to make you beautiful again. She's a prayer, but it's not working, it's not working, this is not working, and she is ready to strike. Why am I not in a world where people can feel what I am feeling and hear my voice? Her protest is lit, no quiet none. She is the shriek of widows at graves of raped and murdered daughters, sound of mortar and dirty water. She is Allahu Akbar, when your religion could not siphon the love from her bones, when your oppression couldn't root up the anger in her throat. Though your desert would wilt her thirsty flowers, she is growing still. A tremor through the mountain passes, a roadside of safe passage, rooted as deep as the carcass of your bravest idiot blown to bits. Promise of virgins to a clan of rapists. How numb do you have to be to stop feeling woman like a rib in your chest aching? Who will you have left to protect your heart in a society where love is a crime, where you are enemies of love, not realizing love can't die? She burns alive only to keep you warm. So when your country goes quiet, cold, and still, I hope you hear the echo of her voice still dragging the bullets from your bodies, her skull softening the stones in your palms, a heap of sackcloth and ashes. Today you will feel what she feels, hear Allah still speaking love in her voice, crushing your sins with the sweetest grace of mercy, singing your forgiveness in the tone of her burnt poetry. Today your daughter died to show you yourselves. And if you were in a world where people could feel what you were feeling and hear your voice, what would you say? Would it taste like fire? Thank you.
God above here, nothing they mustn't love you. Well, I do. Does it seem like you're the only one who feels that way? Well, I'm you, I'm you. You believe that there'll be no one there to care if you live or die. Well, I am. Do you see any light at the end of your tunnel eyes? Well, I can.
Some have called me wisdom, and if you'll listen, I'll try to explain why. I'm not the name that I contain on my own back, I'm only carrying yours. I am a tattoo across a map, so you can find your place again, so you can find rest, because home is wherever you're at, is whatever your heart is beating in. So that sounds like a cage, but really it's something to protect you from the world, a stage. You don't want to be so blacklit, so moonlight. You don't want to be caught in the fire between what you're trying to do and what you knew you had to, but there's no way to go back now, Whistler. You can't turn back these clocks, you can't hold down your hands. I want you to stand up now, because there's no reason to call yourself a man if you can't be a little human every once in a while. Let it spill out. There's so much of this that needs to come before we go back home. There's so much you need to say, there's so much you need to know, but there's no way to explain how we can know nothing. It is all belief, so trust me, just trust me on this one. We are not meant to fly. You will fall, and that's the entire point, because that falling feeling tells you that you need someone to catch you, doesn't it? You need someone to catch you, so when your hands are out and no one is there, and it just feels like a dark chasm, empty, open breaths, there is still something coming back, like the echo of the sea, how it rises in and out, how the moon is moving around, how we are all a revolution, proving that we're going nowhere but still cruising, coming closer to something. You see the plants are growing and the sun is watching, even though you don't let it sometimes, even though you block it out. I know too much light can be blinding, but you're still wandering down that tunnel, because it's a dead end as soon as you turn around. There is no past behind you except what you think in memories, and yes, it can bind you, but if you let it go today, then you are free. If you let it go today, then you are free. If you let it go today, then you are free. Thank you.
Hey guys.
Hi.
I can't tell you how amazing it is to see you all here tonight. I've never performed for an audience like this before, so forgive me in advance for any secondhand anxiety you might feel. If I seem nervous, I am. Short of breath, I'm weak at the knees. Hands shaking, mind racing, spine quaking. Oof. It's a powerful feeling to be seen and heard, to be perceived. It moves you. Sometimes when I get vertigo, I close my eyes. And speaking silently in the second person, I ask the heart within myself, I'll ask the part that listens well, what are you afraid of? Are you scared to live, or are you scared to die? It's true, we may never be as young as we are right now tonight. I keep forgetting to remind myself that embracing is often the same as letting go, living the same as letting live, letting fall, letting rise, letting it all fly by. It's a sideshow, you can't fight it, why try? For the fear of deathbed regrets, for the love of God, for love is God. For the sake of so many better men left to rest, as love is my witness, the day is not long. So I ask again, are you scared to live? Or are you scared to die? Are you scared to live? Or are you scared to die? Me, I'm scared to die. So scared to die. No, I'm not afraid to live as though I'm running out of time. We're all digging our own graves. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. 1 look in, 1 look out. 2 covers to a book, as many blind sides to every story. Every morning born of memories formed from the lives before me. 3 lefts to get it right on all 4s. Kitty corner throwing bunches of 5s. More punches to live by or die for. Not scared to be planted like a seed. 6 feet deep, but don't bury me alive or in size or in nail. I'll break dirt with both hands. Bad to their bloody, no cares. None spared for the body and its wares, but what lies below. All I know is the more I know, the less I know for certain. So I open up the curtains when I dig down deep, barely scratching the surface of an iceberg. I sink model ships carrying messages in bottles of whiskey, and across the river Styx we stormed the beach, pushed the envelope and lost the game we played for keeps. Finders, reachers, losers, sleepers, lucid dreamers, jeepers, creepers. How'd you get those eyes? How'd you get in behind them with a flash all through the night and drag those damn demons back into the light with their envy, apathy, rage and temptation, drawing you in, clawing the walls because it's all on the line. We fight it all the time. I'm fighting it right now as I write down what's calling from inside, falling from the sky. From the moment we rise, we're in a war just to save the day from being wasted time. So terrible a thing is a wasted mind, intoxicated by jadedness that ages like wine and spreads like cancer to irradiate the source of the best bet. Always and bearing on the truth is very, so we choose to dare for the future's scary. It's now or never, if not here then where? Now and forever, be here, not there. And put your hands in the air like you actually care. Give a fuck about something enough. Get up and on throne. Let it all go for one love. Just because you know each moment means so much. It's up to us. Grace after grace. Should we die tonight? We're crying eyes, smiling from dust to dust. Break bad, we'll make good. We'll fight for life and die trying. Feel love. That's the fire. Place away. We're all digging our own graves. Some with shovels, others with bucket loaders, others with drug-lusting, bloodthirsty money hunger. Struggle knowing just how it goes in the jungle. Order those that stumble and go under are covered over, suffer alone. We see many a destructed man raise up from the cemetery, declaring with what strength they can muster. But nothing, you won't take my life from me. I'm not succumb to this self-inflicted disease. I'll brainwash this dirty mind till its conscience is clean, unlike the body, the palms, the bottoms of the feet. You can still trace my steps all the way back to Valhalla. My pale face mark the spots of lost, lonely borrowed like the time. It's short like the fall, please no one follow me. You'll have no forgiveness, I'll have no apology. I'll not be the vox of yet another false prophecy of altruism. Honestly, this monster's gone a body free, Scotty type wire from ballads and fallacies. After all, you're only as strong as your calluses, made pushing, pole, lifting stones, slippery slopes in an uphill battle for peace. And so Sisyphus hopes, gripping a hope of this missing foundation piece, giving up praise for the gift you've been graced with, keeps lifting the gaze up to infinite space, just to thank our lucky stars, whose us we are. I can see with 2 hands, give chase with 2 legs, need more than 2 hands to count all of my blessings or to even get a grip though. Won't let it slip, no endeavor to never let me go. Ego get the better of the best. Angels of my nature, too malnourished to fly. The worst demons I nurture will fat on my lies. It's in my body, it's a cage. Upon it is a stage. Through the looking glass, people, it seems so far away, but it is I who locks the gate. It is I who holds the key. It is I who breaks the chain, and it is I who sets the truth free. So you see, the only thing between my spirits and deliverance is me. For losing bearing on the truth is very, so choose to dare for the future's scary. It's now or never, if not here then where? Now and forever, be here, not there. And put your hands in the air like you actually care. Give a fuck about something enough. Get up and on strong. Let it all go for one love. Just because you know each moment means so much. It's up to us. Grace after grace. Should we die tonight? Crying eyes, smiling from dust to dust. Break bad, we'll make good. We'll fight for life and die trying. Let's the fire. Feel alive. Let's the fire. Place away to rest my soul. Place away guys. I really appreciate you all coming out. Make this a really special night for me personally.
You sure? You sure?
It's like this, you really feel like you're in control, like your life is really yours, and you're the one behind the wheel. Still gotta wonder. Whose place, whose trace, and whose way to follow suit? Lately, the baby been paved in a hollow to absorb an effect. When it gets hard to swallow, yet it's more so projected to a new start tomorrow. When you still carry yesterday's behind scars and blues, still well at the face down the monsters in you, and you were choosing to move to the tune of muses. Noon after noon, the tune with nothing to lose, but all soon bad loses. Yet this one must gets used to bluffing. Then if and when you catch clues, induced illusion, this moving head spun is the needle on your compass. Know the price of everything, the worth of nothing, the cost of severing the nerve. The dark brings the light in through. Fight the truth, it all comes to light in spite of you. So tied the noose yet in your mind, let loose. Spread the eye and the news, you can find the loop. Holes punched in the bones, the ones in our shoes. Scrap them with 11 to pass the roof. Stars are dying for the skies. The spark of life is the lights of fuse. Once alive and bright in a vital view. Like minds a million vibrant hues. From the soul in the brain, from the skin off our heart. The heart of our love is tried but true. Kept alive by the might of a righteous view. And the fire that drives all life to move. All life to move. I'll be giving, keep mine alive under me, a pie shining higher to a drummer's beat. Let me be a burning beacon, let me be a light of warmth. Keep stoking me right up, I'm breathing past my life back and forth. Go torch holding back to dark and cold. And know the higher the path is the harder the road. Old comments tell them the way the spark still glows. It goes the deeper the wells and the darker the hole. Close my eyes to the soul inside. It's the multiverse I understand. I'm going to find when I open wide. There's a whole world inside. Wake up and seize the moment. Slow down and see the roses you grow in your own evening. And know the beauty in the behold of the inner eye. Spice out that which is irrelevant. Simplify life by its fundamental elements. Soaking up love like water in drops. Rolling moss over souls like punches on a rope below. My heaven flow. Press the throne. Step after step on press over the headstone. Here lies my body never rests. So keep my mind high and my head low. It's my center of mass. Holding set to break the balls. It's a long way down fast as the sword is falling. By the time I dream catches hope. And if I die in my sleep instead of awoken, it's a long way to go. Trust the feathers and the tone. If you ever say never, then you'll never know. Bird takes a bus, straight to dust. I wrote the words down in the sand. My bones to rhyme, souls to diamonds. Come to know both the cursed and the gifted man. But when I close my eyes to the soul inside, it's a multiverse I understand. And I come to find when I open wide, there's a whole world in my hand. Golden grace of darkness is where I make my home. I'll turn and face the music and the silence between those notes. 'Cause I've been dreaming all standing up and moving. Be my guest. Every day, every day, every day, every day. Every day, every minute, every split second is reinvented. Of a moment as we live it, then it's different. Every test is a lesson and a blessing in disguise. Every breath is one breath less, stay alive. Don't waste your time, yeah, there's just space and time for some deep sea stowaway. Swim in the skies to dive. Heart and the soul, the pulse, heart of your pole to the bottom as the riptide rises in full-fledged notes. Riding this lifeline and it flattens out, crashing down like sound waves, the static drowns. Mr. Clown face frowns as he takes off his makeup to wake up from fake love and fate is found. Now and again when cold dissolve, the thoughts are honest in the light, sheds an off with the new life. No lost causes, hard pressed to something and thought to be long, deeply departed, but as it turns out, we turn around the light years and parsecs. Archetypes, the architects of a reality that lies deep behind scenes and the seams between the nightmare and the dream. Your destined directions determined by the steps you take, one at a time in stride as you walk the line between the heaven and hell that you designed for yourself. Doom it is ruinous to lie. Your eyes are aligned like tunnels to a light that is slightly refracted by the cracked lenses inside your mind. Confinements defined by the bias of society.